Hey viewers, you're once again welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I'll bring you the very best. Anambra is bleeding.
I am weeping. I'm crying. Do you know why I'm weeping and crying? Because I'm a Biafran evangelist. And I believe that those people that are dying there, they are my blood. That is why I am crying. That's why I am weeping. And who is the cause of this weeping? Because God will judge him. It's Charles Soludo, the Nigerian governor, the Fulani agent, element planted in the east, especially in Anambra. And he went and formed another group of Fulanis, organized them and paid them to come and begin to kill us again. Are you hearing me? To buy us. I don't know if you saw that video. There was a whole copper, a whole nurse was dragged naked by this Akodo and Udogachi. The other time was a nurse. In fact, I don't know what is going on. You see people disappearing, missing. I thought the purpose of Udogachi and Akodo people is to defend the people, the life and the property of the citizens of a nation, of a country, of a state. But I don't really understand what is happening when it comes to the eastern region of Nigeria, the Biafrans. That all these Fulani governors in the southeast are now using their colleagues as Fulanis to buy the people. Look at Akodo. Look at Udogachi. Look at Hope Uzodinma. Look at Charles Soludo. See virtually all of them. Do you know how many people that was killed in Enugu recently, that was spied in Enugu recently? As a result of this, why won't they come outside and protest? They need to protest because Charles Soludo is no longer, I don't understand. His name sounded well, but his action speak opposite. Soludo means follow peace. As the Bible says, we should follow peace with all men. But Soludo now is no longer follow peace. Rather, is killing and unaliving, destroying the properties which is supposed to secure. Buying lives, which is supposed to secure. The people that are sending him to protect them are the people that he is now against. It is not good. I don't really understand what is going on. And I know that why all these things are happening is as a result of the Biafran coming. Because the Biafra is coming to reality. To be honest with you, Biafra has come to stay. The nations like Netanyahu has finally officially admire and admit, and they have concluded in their parliament on how they are going to free Mazen Namdekano. It has been documented, only the date I'm waiting for. Then I will dish it out. If you talk of the case of Mazen Namdekano now, the parliament, which are the Israeli, have already concluded on that and how, but the date have not been fixed. And when they see that this kind of thing is going on, that is why they begin to buy the brothers of Mazen Namdekano, the followers of Mazen Namdekano, the believers of what Mazen Namdekano believe. And there is no other belief than freedom. There is no other belief. So that we can be able to become that which the Lord God Almighty has made us to be. So that we can be able to become that great nation. To become that people that the world will be reckoning with. That people, that country that and when you want to point, you point at them as the eyes of the continent of Africa. As the eyes that the world need to look up to for survival. Because we are that rising sun. The rising sun. Which the darkness Nigeria intend to cover by using people like Soludo. And Soludo now decided to use Akodo, to buy, to destroy, to kidnap. I believe all this security outfit, the purpose of them was to secure life, to stop the Fulanis from coming in to buy them. from coming into their farms. Are you hearing me? To kidnap them, to kill them, or to molest our women, to rape them, to stop them from destroying our farm products. I thought that was the reason of Akodo and Ebubago. I thought that was the reason of Udogachi. But it is now in the other way around. It is no longer now the Fulani, it is now the Soludo and his boys. What is going on? Enough is enough. This is the high time we rise up. Soludo is a Fulani agent, planted in the midst of the Biafrans, to buy the Biafrans, to reduce the Biafrans, to make sure that we do not stand, we do not rise, or if any eventuality that will finally come, there will be no youth. That is the mission of Soludo, and that was the mission of Nigeria, and that was the purpose and the plan. Remember what happened during the Biafran War, which made King Charles today to be deaf and dumb before the congressmen. Are you hearing me? Because they asked him, you said the war that is between the families or two brothers, why did you now supported one side? That was the question in the Congress. Are you hearing me? He couldn't answer, he couldn't defend it. Why did you now supported them and even use bomb and other things to make sure that these people, over 5 million of these people, we are unalived? We were spied, both children and women and their men. Why? Charles could not defend it. And they now ask him again, Charles, why is it that the UK, the Red Cross plane that was coming with the food to Biafra, to give them food, you people bombed that plane? Why? But today the same set of people will come and start to blame Israel, that Israel killed any Red Cross person or any pressman that come in the battlefield. But you people are the one that first started it. They throw the question. Charles could not offer anything before the congressmen. So a lot is going, and they even asked him concerning the buying that is going on in Nigeria. He couldn't defend it. See, my beloved brother, this thing I've shown to you and I. Ever since we have been crying, Charles, what have you done? Have you been able to look into the matter? Charles could not answer. Now, he's telling on us that actually, why they send these people that they have sent in the East to become governor, senators, and whatsoever is for a reason. And that reason was the reason of what has happened in 1967, 1968, and 69. That was when these things happened, before the ceasefire in 1970. Are you hearing me? So that same cause and cross is still there on the neck of every Biafran citizen, indigene. Cross of what? Hatred. Cross of what? Not to live. You must do what? Be quiet because of your vision and agenda of Biafra. Because they don't want me and you, the Biafrans, to become a productive nation, a productive institute, a productive entity, and a progressive nation. Because every nation that is not productive is not progressive. And every nation that is not ready to be productive should not be ready to progress. And that has been the problem why Nigeria remains where it is today. Because the people that have been ruling Nigeria are not productive. You see why they are not progressing. And you see why the nation is still remain at the back. Because God has blessed Nigeria with everything, especially in that southeast, which they are sucking and they are pocketing it. Instead to use it to develop, because the UK never go and check. I want to tell you this. Do you know that UK have destroyed the first capital of America? Before they destroy it, but today the same UK is running to America. And that the same way is how that we, after destroying Biafra, if we eventually succeed and stand on our own, time is coming that we will be running to us. I think it's just nice run to US to go and meet them. That is to tell you countries with what? A bigotry of deceit. They are not sincere. They are always in the corridor of craftiness of deceit. And that thing has, pending Nigeria backward instead of forward. And now they have seen it that these people, Bible have already said it, where there is unity, the people will do what? Will go far. So how did they do it to scatter? They bring division. Divide the southeast. When you divide them, they will not be able to achieve the dream of Biafra. And now the southeast, south, this one, that one, all these things are just going on in the eastern region. There was nothing like that in the west or north. But look at the killing that is going on in the west and the north. They have never deployed soldiers to that side, but they are deploying soldiers in the east where there is peace. And a place where there is peace and people are not reacting and people are having their movement, their genuine business and genuine movement. Now, Soludo, remember the purpose of which you plant you there. Oya, start reducing them. The one Nigerian police could not do. I don't know whether you remember a video. You saw a video that was trending in Delta. You understand? A police officer that was not even in uniform, that was not even in duty, is not even on duty. How come a man collect gun and shot somebody? And the person that you shot, his two hands is already at the back with a handcuff. Are you getting it? He's already at the back with a handcuff because the guy intend to expose the atrocity that the man was about to go and carry, which they caught him. So he decided to kill him so that he will not be able to voice out, so that he will not be implicated. And remember who did that was an Fulani man against Usmanda somebody. You understand? Usmanda somebody by name. I don't know. And the person that he killed is a Biafra man. They are looking for every strategy to do what? To unalive every Biafran youth. The soldiers are in the east, kidnapping, arresting, killing. The one that could not succeed over, Udogachi will help them to finish it up. That is what Soludo is standing in Anambra. Just the same way Hope Uzodojo is doing in Imo State. And the way I'm seeing it, probably let Anambra not become worse than what has happened in Imo State. In these 4 years of Soludo, with what I am seeing now, I'm praying that God should just intervene. So that these people should free from us. The major target now, like I'm seeing it, make sure you reduce the Biafrans. Make sure you reduce the Igbos. Make sure you reduce their youth. Because the strength of war lies in the youth. And the strength of their propagating ambition and vision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lies on the youth. So in order to tackle and to challenge and to curb them, any eventuality that there should be or there will be anything like war or any engagement, will be able to overpower them again is by using this strategy. Use their brother to reduce them, to fight their brother. Remember, it was last year Shey Gumi said that they should do what? Give Igbos a gun. Let them fight against themselves. That is the only way for Nigeria to be able to cover up all those BLA whatsoever. You understand? I could remember that Gento the Yahoo. I don't know whether I remember the young man who stood against the Fulanis, because they have seen it that they cannot fight. Nigerian military cannot fight them. Nigerian Fulanis cannot fight them. So he now bring the suggestion. That is when they started forming both Ebubago and Co. Ebubago is already, and Ebubago could not stop. Then they form Udogachi and Akodo. Now, if they escape the hand of Nigerian military and police, and Nigerian Fulanis, herdsmen, the terrorists, as they escape, they are coming on the end of Akodo. So Akodo do the finishing. Anyone that escape those ones, it must not escape in your end. You see the agenda of Soludo. and Akodo and Udogachi. But God will judge them. Remember that the former president of Nigeria connived with Hope Uzodinma to form a Bubago after Kano formed ESN. They formed a Bubago to, are you hearing me? Buhari funded Hope Uzodinma to form a Bubago, which they did to use them against their own brother. I mean the late Muhammadu Buhari, or whatsoever he call his name, the late Buhari. You understand how he sponsored? That was how they have been doing. See, let me tell you this. Do you know that Asari the Kubo boys was part of those Ebubagos that they sent to Imo State to kill the Biafran, to buy Biafran youths? You get the point. Remember, it was either 2024 that Sidious Musa sent boys to go and be kidnapping youths in at Abia State after the buying of those the 6 soldiers why 4 were what? Igbos. And who are the people that buy them? Now, Asari Dokubo boys buy those soldiers, and the Sidious Musa now put the blame upon the IPOB, the ESN, and begin to kidnap the youths. And this thing has been happening. It was after the death of Buhari that later Hope Uzodinma now said it was not the IPOB was buying all those people, but it was the political opponent. Who is the political opponent? That means Buhari was the one sponsoring it, using Asari Dokubo. And Asari Dokubo was one of the boys of the former military head of state, IBB, Ibrahim Babamosi Babangida, in case you don't know. So these people have been the one, and they are the one that plotted. I could remember under Jonathan. Jonathan said somebody he feared most in Nigeria was IBB, because IBB threatened him with his boys, the boys that he sent to Libya under Gaddafi to train. Are you hearing me? So these are the set of people that the Nigerian government, under the watch of Buhari, gathered them again to use them to unalive the Biafran youths. And now Buhari is no more. It's like these people want to, withdraw back. Now, Tinubu now put fire on it. Soludo, Oya, all the Nigerian Fulani terrorists, which Nigerian recruited in their army, after they have already finished Nigerian military, they now took over Nigerian military. They now send them down to east to make sure they reduce us, just as I said before. But listen to me, no matter what, aka ekpuchi ọnwa, ihe bụ ọnwa, aka anaghị ekpuchi ọnwa. Ihe Chukwu dere, o dewo ya. Ihe ahụ Chukwu si na anyị ga-abụ. Ihe ahụ si na anyị ga-enweta, anyị ga-enwetara. Ọfọgodo ofu onye, anyị ga-abụrịrị Biafra. And that one will make that ocean great. The message of hope now. Nchọrọ egwu ụmụnna m na ụmụnna m. Chineke gọzie unu. Onye nwe m duru anyị ka anyị bata n'ọnwa ọhụụ, ga-edukwa anyị ka anyị fụ, ịghọtago, ga-emekwe ka mụ na gị na-abụọ dịkwa ndụ n'etiti ndị dị ndụ, wee fụkwa njedebe ọnwa a n'aha Jizọs. Na-arụ isi ike, ọ bụrụkwa n'ọya, ọ bụrụkwa n'ọnwụ, kama na-arụ isi ike. Ọ ga na-enyere anyị aka n'ebe niile anyị na-eje. Anyị Chukwu okike abịa ma nke kere n'igwe maka ụwa mụ na gị ma ikuku nke anyị na-ekuru, ọ ga-enyere Maazị Nnamdi onye ndu aka ebe ọbụla ọ nọ. Ọ ga-anọnyere ya, ọ ga-edu ya, ọ ga-edikwe Simon Ekpa, ọ ga-anọnyekwere ya. Onye ekpere na-ekpekwere unu nwa bụ ndị na-ege anyị, ndị na-ege ihe anyị na-ekwu, ndị na-ekiri ihe anyị na-ekwu, ndị na-atụsa ozi a, ndị na-apị aka. Ana m asị onye nwe m duo unu, na-echekwa unu n'ọpụpụ unu na mbata unu. Ọ ga na-adịrị unu na mma. Onye nwe m ga na-echekwa unu. Ma nwaanyị nke bụ nke na-akpọ nne Biafra, nke a na-akpọ Ngozi Orabaeze, Chukwu okike ọbịama ga-enyekwere ya aka, nọnyekwere ya ije niile nke ọ na-eje, ka o wee bụrụ na anyị nwetara ya na-achọ. Ọ ga na-agaziri ya otu a ka ọ ga-adị n'aha Jizọs.